Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you. Yes, you. How are you? Well, I am feeling much better than I was last night. So I wanted to just share something with you quickly on that. Um, yeah, so I had a little bit of a development since last night and this morning physically in my body. Some shifting has been happening. Nothing esoterical or anything like that. Actual pure physical shifting in my body. Last night I had a wonderful session with the gentleman known as Coach K. He knows who he is. If he wants me to share his full name and details, I will do in the messaging down below here. But it's a gentleman that I know on LinkedIn, and we connected last night. And he helped me out with my scoliosis. So most of you probably don't know that I have scoliosis, and I've had it since I was, I don't know when, probably in my teens when I was playing rugby in school. I probably developed scoliosis at some point then. And in that, I've through the years I've been managing and trying to cope with it as best as I could, and from the lessons that I learned from biokineticists, physiotherapists, chiropractors, other specialists, but I've never really managed to overcome it in any shape, form, or way. Really, it's just mostly been about managing. But what Coach K did for me last night was something really special, and I mean it in more than one way. First of all, what he did was he showed me some movements and exercises that, looking back at it, it's so logical and sensical. And I've been applying them. I applied them a couple of times last night after our session together on Zoom. And then I also did it this morning as well. So I did it just before I went to bed last night, so my brain could connect to my body and my central nervous system and that, and help to slowly ingrain it into my system, those movements and the positions that he put me into. Um, and then I did it again this morning, and I've noticed some shifts, some really incredible shifts. And I'm writing it in my diary. I'm making notes in my diary here, my journal, as to what shifts I've been feeling um, from day to day, and some really incredible shifts already just over the space of 12 hours, so to speak. And the other incredible thing is that, he did it for free for me. It was He reached out and offered something to his network, and I got back to him, and then we set up a call, and it's part of an experiment for him as much as it is um, a gift for me, I guess. But the fact that he did it for me like that, and the way and the attention to detail he put into it, and the time, he didn't rush the session. He didn't, like, because it was for free, that he was like, come on, we need to get this done. I've only got an hour long or whatever. It ended up being like an hour and a half in time, I think it was. But there was the value that he gave to it, as his service to me. And I can imagine the type of service he must give to his clients, the people that he works with personally. And this is something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy giving people my knowledge and information and skills and expertise for free from time to time. I don't always expect people to pay me for it. And this is what I do on social media. I give of my own insights, my own knowledge, my own skills, my own experience, and I do it because I get a lot of pleasure from it, but I also know that it's making an impact somewhere. So never be afraid. My insight for today is this: is never be afraid of giving what you know and what you have, your skills, your knowledge, your wisdom, your experience. Never be afraid of giving that out for free. And I don't mean like hand it out to people at Endem and just, you know never make any money out of what you do. All right, because we all need to survive at the end of the day, correct? So if not survive, thrive. Yeah, we want to thrive. Yeah, so we need to obviously charge people for our services at some point, but never be afraid to give people something that is of value to them in their moment, because you never know what impact that's going to have on someone's life. It could have a really profound effect on their life. And I'll give you one example, and I would never have thought of this, that it would impact me physically in this way. So for as long as I can remember, for I don't know how many years, I've had this hissing sound in my ears. And it's not tinnitus, where you get this ringing sound. It's hissing, and I've even looked it online. I've tried to do some research into it, but I haven't found any literature around hissing. It's like literally like shh sound in my ears for years. So if I'm sitting and meditating or in silence anywhere, all I typically hear is, that's my silence, is that hissing sound. So if I go outside in the middle of the night when it's dead quiet, there's no sounds around, that's what I hear in my ears, is that hissing sound. Until this morning. So I did the exercises this morning, and I got up and I felt my ears felt different. My balance felt different. And then it was like, ooh, I don't hear that hissing sound. And then I came up into my office to write down in my journal my notes, my observations. And then I heard this hissing sound come back momentarily. And then it went away. All I did was shift my body in the way that Coach K instructed me to do. And I noticed that, oh, it subsided again. I don't think it's completely gone now, but it's subsided. And I think the more I practice what he's shown me, the sooner it's going to disappear, and hopefully it'll disappear for good. And as my spine realigns, as my shoulders realign and my hips realign, hopefully that's going to make a huge difference in my that hissing sound in my ears, and it'll be gone for good. Now that's a gift I could never repay, really, because that feeling of hearing that hissing for so many years now is just like, and it's not blocked ears or anything like that. It's what, I don't know, maybe it has to do with my alignment, perhaps, but I guess it has now, and I would never have thought of that before. So never be afraid to share what you have with other people, because you never know the impact it's going to have in their life today, tomorrow, next month, in the year's time. You never know. You might put something out there on social media, you might have a blog, whatever the case may be. Maybe you start to create a blog and share what you have, share your knowledge, share your wisdom, because the world needs more leaders like that. The world needs people that are willing to give and not always looking for things in return all the time and gaining all the time. The world needs more people willing to give of their time, give of their wisdom, give of their knowledge, and give from their heart without always demanding something in return. So that's my feedback, my update, and a bit of a news from me, which I don't often do. You know, I very seldom share what's going on in my life personally, but I thought that was what's happened to me since last night is profound enough to share it. And I trust my insight has also helped you as well. Okay, take care. Have a beautiful day. Any feedback, anything that's happened to you perhaps recently in the last few days, last week, last months, that you could relate with what I'm just talking about now, share that down below. Give people some hope. Give people some inspiration into how, you know, that it is happening more and more with other people, not just me. So if it's happened, something like that has happened to you recently, share it. Let people know. All right. Love you all. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.